Hi folks, back again with the next video here on the 5 Leagues Challenge that we're doing. So into the Premier League now, and kind of getting to the top echelons of the game basically now. So taking over at Blackburn Rovers, as you've seen in the last video there, and season's quite well underway now. Had that great season, start to the season, the first few games, and it's kind of carried on. We've only lost one game, we've played 14 now. We lost in Millwall, which was a bit random. So I kind of left off after that Leeds result, I think, there. And we're through in the League Cup, beating Derby, Bristol Rovers, good win against Ipswich there, and Bolton. So aye, it's coming along fine, and we've got Liverpool here in the League Cup 4th round. So we're just picking up in December just to play through a few games and let you see what's been going on. Brought in a few other players, I think, since we last on the video. So I'd only just gotten in London from Leeds on the last video. Managed to get Mokuku. Anyone that plays the game will know that this guy becomes a fantastic player. So it was great to pick him up for only 850k. Brilliant me signing there for the future as well. And these guys have just been younger players for kind of boosting my reserves there, just to have a few that we can turn to. So yeah, it's been coming along just fine of late, and we're going to see how we get on against Liverpool in the Cup here. I've also made a bit of a short list of players that are running out of contract, so we'll be bidding for these as the month goes on. Let's see how we get on. So yeah, I think we're ready to go there against Liverpool in the League Cup 4th round. Goal for Jamie Redknapp. He obviously hadn't quite started on the TV just yet, but Nardiello pulls it back. And he's shaping up to be quite a player. I'm pretty sure he's going to end up getting capped for England before too long. Booking for Dawson. Yeah, but for what I've spent so far, I'm kind of really happy with the way the team's performing. A few of the players are kind of exceeding what I expected. I thought I was picking up this Marquinhos as more of a kind of maybe a second left winger, but he's been playing pretty well. Like 9 assists, 4 goals, and he's only 24, so he'll only get better. So it's 2-2 here. I better maybe think about making a change. Too busy yakking about players. So we'll give London a chance up front there. On the right wing, sorry. So we could be heading out of the cup potentially. Or it's going to go extra time, sorry. So we'll try another wee change here for the extra time. And we'll bring in Daniel Cruz there. Is that going to be enough for the Nicky Franco goal? And substitute puts it to bed. So that should be enough to win the game then. And that's a good one there. So yeah, that shows that they're all pretty well conditioned to keep that going through the extra time. Happy with that one. So that's a solid win in the cup there, folks. And it's Leeds that are keeping up top with us at the moment. And then you've got Arsenal wee bit further behind Man United, Chelsea, so quite a familiar look to the table below ourselves. I'm just keeping an eye on these so I don't need to bid for anyone until the 8th. And we might give Marquinhos a wee rest here. So away to Derby in the league. Injury to Nardiello. So yeah, we've had some really good performances in the league so far, and getting up, we're still up there. It's getting closer to that kind of halfway point in the season, and if you're up there at that stage, then you can start thinking about challenging. And if not this year, I'd certainly expect that we can strengthen well in the summer. I was a bit suspicious that my defence might not hold out. I didn't spend a lot of money. Wasn't really anybody I could bring in that was better than who I got. Although we've got a red card for Dawson here. But Kirsten Val's been a good acquisition, French international. And the Greek goalkeeper that I brought in for Chelsea, he's went straight into the Greek national side. So he's going to sit there all year. But that's looking like a solid win despite the sending off. So yeah, kind of just plodding along here, picking up the wins in the league, which is what we're after. 4-match ban, that seems harsh. So we've got Birmingham, then we've got the League Cup quarter final against Sunderland to follow. And that's a South Korean centre half that I'm trying to bring in. I'm not sure if he'll get the work permit, but it's worth a try because he's a free transfer anyway, and it should be a decent addition if we can get him in. So I've missed out on this Greek centre half, Pastazoglu. He's went to Celtic. He was running his contract down, so that's a disappointment, but you can't get them all. And since I brought Roberto in as well, he was covering injury. I noticed he's got 20 set pieces, so he's hitting the penalties now, and he's been good. And Woodgate's running out of contract today. No interest in signing for me. So we're going to have Nardiello out for a few weeks by the looks of it. We can get our offer in for Mexes, good young French centre half from Auxerre. And let's see, hopefully we can get him in. So we'll give Parkin a try here, and we'll get Marquinhos back in for the trip to Birmingham. 2 for Nicky Franco in the first half then. Also tried to sign a Belarusian striker called Sigalko. He's another one of these kind of legends of the game, but he wasn't capped internationally, so he didn't get a work permit. I try and avoid signing what's classed as a foreign player as a striker in England, because there are so many strikers that you can pick up. It's kind of, you're better to try and leave that for defensive spots. But then as the game moves on, the players that you tend to look for are winding down their careers, so it's not, by the time you get onto your third job, you can't have the same ideas for players that you had at the start of the game. You've got to just have a scout about and see what's there. But we've actually got a team together here, picking up good results. Don't want to spend 5 million on Cranchar. Really, I think he is a good young player, so we'll try that. You can play either wing Cranchar or in that attacking midfield role, so he'd be a good addition. And then we've got 3 players coming out of contract at Ajax that we're going to be after: Mido, Van der Vaart and Hersey. See what we can do there. So hopefully we can get by Sunderland here and get a route to the semi-final. No qualms about putting Parkin in, he's got solid stats there all round, just hasn't really had game time in the game so far. But that looks like we're good to go here, so it's Sunderland in the League Cup. And a goal straight away for Parkin, good show for him. And there we are, not quite, disallowed goal for both teams actually. So yeah, look, not too bad condition wise there. See, Roberto pops the penalty away. He could end up getting capped for either Brazil or Portugal. It's a possibility. If he was a bit younger, I would say it's a certainty, but he's maybe a bit knocking on a bit for a first international cap. But it looks like we're going to ease into the semi-finals here. And here we got Newcastle. Man United getting a hard time from Colchester here. A goal for Linden. So that should put that to bed. McPhee's popped up with a 4th. And yeah, it looks like Man United are getting knocked out the League Cup here by Colchester. And I wouldn't half mind getting them in the semi-final. That would be a brilliant draw. Let's see how that goes. So Blackburn will play Newcastle, and Southampton play Colchester or Norwich. So you're thinking there that Newcastle against Blackburn is pretty much the true final, because you'd expect to beat those teams in the final, definitely. So looking good for the League Cup there if we can get by Newcastle. So yeah, we'll probably come back and do the next video for this Newcastle game, but things are tracking along fine. Going to be bidding in for these Ajax players in Titus Bramble. Hopefully we can get a few of them in. And sitting in a good position in the league. Haven't broken away at all or anything, but it's pretty tight there between ourselves and Leeds. We do have a game in hand. So yeah, thanks for watching, folks. Looking like a good season shaping up here for Blackburn Rovers. Catch you in the next video. Cheers.